Good morning, all of you. Let us start today. Chapter number 6 Triangles, Theorem number 6.2. Theorem number 6.2 means converse of basic proportionality theorem. Converse of basic proportionality theorem. So we can read the statement. If a line divides any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio, then the line is parallel to the third side. This is the statement of this theorem. So that you wants to know what is basic proportionality theorem. So we can recollect basic proportionality theorem. All of you try to say along with me. So the statement is this one. If a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides in two distinct points, then the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. Here reverse given. If a line divides any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio, if dividing in the same ratio, you want to prove that the line is parallel to third side. So if and then conditions are interchanging, we are getting the converse of any statement. For example, if P then Q, this is the original statement. So you interchange them. If Q then P, that is we are calling as the converse. So the statements are interchanging, you will get the converse statement of any theorem. Conditions are interchanging. Okay. So here also same. So once more we can repeat basic proportionality theorem. If a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides in two distinct points, then the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. So here reverse. If the two sides are divided in the same ratio, then we have to prove that the particular line is parallel to third side. So this is converse of basic proportionality theorem. So statement also asking, so you have to learn the statement also properly. Once more we can see, if a line means which line? If D is the line. This line divides these two lines in the same ratio. These are the two sides, AB and AC are the two sides. This line D divides these two sides in the same ratio. Means AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. So if this line DE divides the two sides of the triangle in the same ratio. So what is given in the question? AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. Okay, what is given? AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. So what we want to prove? You want to prove that D is parallel to BC. What you want to prove? D is parallel to BC. Okay, got clear the statement? Okay, so this line D divides the other two sides AB and AC in the same ratio. We have to prove that then this D is parallel to the third side. Third side means what? Which side? Remaining side. What is the remaining side? BC. Okay. So we want to prove that D is parallel to BC. Clear? Okay. So what is written? You just go through the points. Which point I said? That same point only written here. A line DE intersecting AB and AC such that AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. Clear? What you want to prove that? You want to prove that D is parallel to BC. So here we are taking, so this direct way not able to prove, so that we are going to prove this theorem by indirect method. In indirect method, this method we are taking assuming D is not parallel to BC. So we are taking a statement against it. Actually what you want to prove? You want to prove that D is parallel to BC. So if D is not parallel to BC, we are taking. Okay, you wants to prove that D is parallel to BC. So we are taking a statement against it. So what is the statement opposed to it? Suppose D is not parallel to BC. So what we started? Suppose D is not parallel to BC. Clear? If D is not parallel to BC, any other one line should be parallel, no? If suppose D is not parallel to BC. If D is not parallel to BC, any other line should be parallel to, any one line should be parallel to BC. Okay? So that if D is not parallel to BC, then we draw a line DE dash. Which line? DE dash. It is parallel to BC. Are you got clear? So actually once more repeat. What you wants to prove? You wants to prove that D is parallel to BC. So what we are taken? You taken a statement opposite to it. What is it? Suppose D is not parallel to BC. If D is not parallel to BC, then there should be at least one line. It is parallel to BC. So what we are taken? If D is not parallel to BC, then draw a line DE dash. You can see one another line I drawn here. DE dash is parallel to BC. Suppose if DE dash is parallel to BC, then what you can apply? Basic proportionality theory you can apply. So I told you in the previous video several times I said when we are applying basic proportionality theorem, if a line is parallel to one side of a triangle, this type of statement is there, you can able to apply basic proportionality theorem. Okay, here which line is parallel? DE dash is parallel to BC, so that you can able to apply basic proportionality theorem. See here how basic proportionality theorem applied, you see here. So therefore DE dash is parallel to BC, no? Therefore you can able to apply basic proportionality theorem. You can see from the diagram. See here DE dash is parallel to BC. Therefore what you can say, AD by DB is equal to AE dash by E dash C. This line you neglect, that you don't consider now. Which is parallel to BC? DE dash is parallel to BC. So we are going to apply basic proportionality theorem. AD by DB is equal to AE dash by E dash C. Okay? See here. AD by DB is equal to AE dash by E dash C. But already given in the question, what is given? AD by DB is equal to AE by EC is given. Okay, this you got now, and this is already given in the question. So in the theorem statement already given it. Okay, see here now. AD by DB is equal to AE dash by E dash C we got now by basic proportionality theorem, and already it is given in the question AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. So here LHS same, no? So you can able to apply, equate the RHS part. See here what we done. AE by EC is equal to AE dash by E dash C. LHS parts are equal. Therefore we are equated the RHS part. AE by EC is equal to AE dash by E dash C. Okay. Now we are applying component law. Already component law I explained in the previous video. AE plus EC by EC is equal to AE dash plus E dash C by E dash C. So AE plus EC means what will come? AC. AE dash plus E dash C also what will come? AC. That we can see from the diagram. See here, AE plus EC is same as AC, and AE dash plus E dash C taking that was also same as AC. Okay. Now see here, here AC and here also AC. So here in this fraction, our numerator part is already equal now. Therefore, what you can say, denominator also will be equal. Therefore, what you got here, EC is equal to E dash C. So actually EC is equal to E dash C is possible according to the diagram? No. So EC is equal to E dash C we got. The meaning is that this is when possible. It is only possible E and E dash coinciding. See here. If here what you got a EC and E dash C same got. EC and E dash C same, how possible? If EC and E dash C is same getting, surely this E and E dash should be same point. They wants to coincide each other. E and E dash wants to coincide each other. The meaning is that E and E dash is same points. Okay, E and E dash is same points, then only it is possible. Otherwise not possible. So that is only I written here. This is only possible when E and E dash must coincide. The meaning is that D is same as D dash. But already we started that D dash is parallel to BC. If D dash is parallel to BC, then what you can say? D is parallel to BC. Because D dash and D is same, no. So D dash is parallel to BC, already we started with that only. If D dash is parallel to BC, then instead of D dash, what you can write? D. Therefore, what you got the answer? D is parallel to BC. Therefore, the line is parallel to the third side. Therefore, the line is parallel to the third side. Okay. So, it is also an important theorem only. Basic proportionality theorem. And second theorem is converse of basic proportionality theorem. Okay. Now we can start with the exercise 6.2. If you are knowing all the 5 formulas I given in the previous video, knowing perfect, all the numericals you can able to work out. Okay. So already see here this diagram, see. So this diagram we can able to analyze once more our formulas. Okay, can recollect the formulas now? Okay, all of you start along with me. AD, first formula, AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. First formula. Second formula, inverse take. What you can say? DB by AD is equal to EC by E. Then third formula, AD by AB is equal to AE by AC. And fourth formula, DB by AB is equal to EC by AC. And next formula, AD by AB is equal to AE by AC is equal to D by BC. This is how getting, this last formula how getting, it is obtained by these two triangles are similar. AD is similar to ABC from that. Okay. These are the 5 formulas, very, very important formula for this chapter. Okay, very important formulas. Okay, we can start the question. All of you read the question. If D is parallel to BC, see, here D, one line is parallel to one side of a triangle. Suddenly, you want to apply basic proportionality theorem only. If D is parallel to BC, find EC from the first diagram, that is, this is the first diagram, and AD from the second diagram. Second diagram I drawn downside. Okay, so first one we can work out. Here I didn't want to explain. If you know the formula, very simple to calculate. D is parallel to BC. So what do you want to find out? You want to find out EC, no? So which formula will apply? First formula. So first formula, AD already given in the question, DB already given, and A is given. You want to find out EC. So apply the formula, see here. Since D is parallel to BC, what we are applying? Basic proportionality theorem. Okay, you don't think that your BPI written here. Huh? So basic proportionality theorem. So what is the basic proportionality theorem? AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. So AD value apply and DB value apply, AE value apply and EC value apply and calculate. Calculate and write. So cross multiply here. Therefore EC is equal to what you are getting? 3 by 1.5, that is equal to 2. Therefore, what's the answer? EC is equal to 2 centimeter. Now, second diagram is this one. From the second diagram, what you want to find out? What is given in the question? You want to find out AD. Find AD from the second diagram. This is your second diagram. So, in second diagram also, what are the points given? DB given, A is given, EC is given. So, here also we will apply which formula? First formula only will apply. These formulas you want to decide according to the question asking. Okay, here you need AD. So that AD by DB only you want to apply. AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. Okay, see, AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. So AD by DB value apply, AE value apply, and EC value apply, and calculate. See the next point. Calculation only written here, that all of you know. After calculating, what you are getting? AD is equal to 2.4 centimeter. AD is equal to 2.4 centimeter. Okay, students. Now, question number 2. See the question number 2. All of you read the question. E and F are points on the sides PQ and PR respectively of a triangle PQR. For each of the following cases, state whether EF is parallel to QR. So same only, you just find out the condition. If condition correct getting, we can say that EF is parallel to QR. See the diagram. See here, this is one diagram simply I drawn. So if you are getting PE by EQ is equal to PF by FR getting, then very clearly you can say that EF is parallel to QR. Are you got clear the question? So your question is this much only. For which of the following cases state EF is parallel to QR? 3 questions are given. Among the 3 questions, among the 3 cases, in which cases this EF is parallel to QR? That only you wants to find out. So here listen, P given, EQ given, PF given, FR given. You take the ratio. P by EQ ratio, take what you got, a 1.3 by 1. PF by FR find out what you are getting, 3.6 by 2.4. That means you are getting 3 by 2. So P by EQ you are getting 1.3 and PF by FR you are getting 3 by 2. 3 by 2 means 1.5. This 1.3 and 1.5 are equal? Not equal. So what you can say? Therefore EF is not parallel to QR. EF is not parallel to QR. If they are equal, then only you can able to say it is parallel to QR. But here what you got? A not equal. Therefore they are not parallel. Clear? That only the question. So in all the cases you can see. So here also you see same only. We find out P by Q, you find out what you got, 8 by 9. PF by Q are see 8 by 9. Therefore the ratios are equal, got now. Therefore EF is parallel to QR. Okay, got clear the concept? Concept is the very important factor. Concept knowing in mathematics, any sums you can do, can able to do if it is asking from anywhere. Okay. Now, next also say PQ by PR given. See the diagram. PQ by PR. PQ given. What are the points given? You see the question once more. See the question what is given? PQ, PR, PE and PF given. So we can see the ratio, how taking. See the diagram. P by PQ find out and PF by PR find out. Okay. So we have studied total 4 formulas. Any of the formulas only want to satisfy. Okay. So P already given in the question and PQ given in the question. PF given in the question and PR given. So take that ratios. See the ratio how taken. P by PQ. P how much? 0.18. and PQ how much? 1.28. So 18 by 128. So what is the answer getting? 9 by 64. Similarly, PF by PR take 0.36 by 2.56. That means 36 by 256 came. That means 9 by 64. See, both the ratios are equal came now. Therefore, what you can say? EF is parallel to QR. The ratios are same, then EF is parallel to QR. Once more you go to the diagram. Any of the condition want to satisfy. Listen, P by EQ is equal to PF by FR, then it is parallel, and P by PQ is equal to PF by PR, then also it is parallel. EQ by PQ is equal to FR by PR, then also the line is parallel. Any of the conditions you want to make it clear, then we can say that the lines are parallel. Okay. You don't think that only one condition, any conditions okay. One condition is correct, then automatically the remaining condition will become true only. Now we can go to the next riders. Okay. These riders also very simple riders. So simple riders are there. So if you knowing the concept, very easy to calculate. See the question. In figure, if LM, see the diagram, LM is parallel to CB, okay, and LN, that means this LN is parallel to CD. All of you take your textbook also. If the diagram is not clear, you can able to see from the textbook also. Now here actually LM is parallel to BC taking, you take a corresponding triangle. Which triangle? In triangle ABC, LM is parallel to BC. Okay. You want to apply basic proportionality theorem. Here what you need on the basis, take the basic proportionality theorem. Here you need AM by AB. That means AM by AB, whole line segment. So such a way take it. What is your answer on the basis? For example, your question is asking us AM by MB is your question coming. Then you take accordingly. So each ratio when we are taking, you just to go through the question what you wants to prove. If you wants to prove AM by AB, you take accordingly. If you want to prove AM by MB, you take on that way. Clear? Listen here. So, which triangle taking? In triangle ABC, LM is parallel to BC. Therefore, what you can say here, what you want to prove? AM by AB only, no? So, take that. Therefore, AM by AB is equal to AL by the whole line segment AC. See here. Are you got clear? Okay. AM by AB. AM formed from where? AB. So AM by AB is equal to AL is formed from where? AC. Therefore AL by AC. Question number 1. Similarly, next you want to prove that AN by AD, no? So next triangle take which triangle? This one, triangle ADC, this triangle. Okay. Here what is given? LN is parallel to CD given. So LN is parallel to CD, you know to apply. How can apply? AN by AD is equal to AL by AC. See here second equation. From the first and second equation, very clearly you knowing RHS part is equal. Then what you can say? LHS part also equal. Therefore what you got the answer? AM by AB is equal to AN by AD. How simple rider it is. Very easy. So you want to prove that only. See the question. AM by AB is equal to AN by AD only you wants to prove. So you proved also. How easy rider it is. Clear now? Next question, see question number 4. In figure, DE is parallel to AC and DF is parallel to AE. Okay, we have to prove that BF by FE is equal to B by EC. So here you want to take two triangles because two cases are given, no? First one is given D is parallel to AC, and second one is given as DF is parallel to A. Such a way you take the triangle. First case you take a D is parallel to AC. You recognize which triangle? DE. D, no, D, this one is parallel to AC. So which triangle you take? You will take the whole triangle ABC. Okay, which triangle taken? ABC. This DF is for the other triangle. So not to confuse. If you want to draw separate diagram, you can draw here. Which triangle? In triangle ABC, DE is parallel to AC. Once more repeat. DE, this one. This D is parallel to which side? AC. So here also you can able to apply basic proportionality theorem, no? DE, this DF you neglect and hide over there. Then you see D is parallel to AC. So how can I apply basic proportionality theorem? So BD by AD is equal to BE by EC. Okay. So BE by EC, you see, you need in the answer also. Once more repeat. Which triangle? Triangle ABC. In triangle ABC, DE is parallel to AC. If D is parallel to AC, how can I able to apply basic proportionality theorem? BD by AD or DA is equal to BE by EC. Because DE is parallel, no? Therefore, BE by EC. Okay. Here applied basic proportionality theorem. Same way, what is the second condition given? DF is parallel to A. DF, this one, is parallel to A. So which triangle you will take a? This triangle ABE. Because A is the third side, no? Which is the third side? A is the third side. DF is parallel to A given. Are you following? So which triangle you take a? ABE. Okay. In triangle ABE, same. Apply basic proportionality theorem. Which is parallel? DF is parallel to AE. DF is parallel to A. Clear? Are you following? DF is parallel to A. Apply. BD by AD is equal to BF by FE. So you got the second equation. See the second equation. BF by FE. Are you got clear? So this one, see. This is second equation, see. In the first and second LHS part, see BD by AD. Here also BD by AD. Therefore, what you can say? RHS parts are equal. Therefore, what you can say? B by EC is equal to BF by FE. Before doing the question, we will think, no, which you wants to prove. On the base only we are turning a question. In mathematics, many answers can come. But what you wants to prove, that you keep in mind. Then do accordingly. Okay, so what you wants to prove, that you got? BF by FE is equal to B by EC got. You can see here. BD by AD is equal to B by EC is equal to BF by FE. Therefore, what you can say? BF by FE is equal to B by EC. This is your answer. Okay, clear? Now, question number 5. Last question of this video. Okay, start all of you. First you try to do by yourself. This point I marked is D. Okay, D it is. Okay, start to do by yourself. One time you try yourself. What is given in the question? In figure, DE, this one D, properly listen, DE is parallel to OQ. So D is parallel to one side of a triangle getting suddenly you have to apply basic proportionality theorem. Okay, DE is parallel to OQ, no, given no. If D is parallel to OQ, you can able to apply basic proportionality theorem. From which triangle? Which triangle it is? Triangle PQO. In triangle PQO, D is parallel to OQ given. Okay, so apply basic proportionality theorem, then I will show the remaining part. Okay, see here, D is parallel to OQ. Diagram listen, DE is parallel to OQ. Apply universal basic proportionality theorem. P by EQ is equal to PD by DO. Any doubt feeling? Very simple, no? PD by DO. Okay, keep it as equation number 1. Now, next question. Next triangle take. What is the next triangle? Triangle POR. In triangle POR, what is given? DF. DF, this one. DF is parallel to what is given? OR. So DF is parallel to the third side, OR. So here also you apply basic proportionality theorem same way. How can I apply basic proportionality theorem? Listen here. In triangle PRO, DF is parallel to OR. So see the diagram. PF by FR is equal to PD by DO. Okay. So we can see what is written. PF by FR is equal to PD by DO. Here also, first and second equation you verify properly. RHS part is same, no? RHS part is same here. So what you RHS part is same, then what you can say, LHS part also will be equal. Therefore, P by EQ is equal to PF by FR. Apply here. P by EQ is equal to PF by FR. Okay. So now you see in the diagram. Diagram see. P, properly listen. P by EQ is equal to PF by FR. So if P by EQ is equal to PF by FR, by converse of basic proportionality theorem, you are studied that line is parallel to the third side. Which line? EF. So this is your ratio getting, no? PE by EQ is equal to PF by FR. Therefore what you can say, this E and F join. E and F joining, what will get? EF. EF is parallel to the third side of a triangle. By which theorem? Converse of basic proportionality theorem. Okay? By converse of basic proportionality theorem. Okay, got clear? So EF is parallel to QR, you got. Okay, you can see. In triangle PQR, P by EQ is equal to PF by FR, already you got. Therefore, what you can say, by converse of basic proportionality theorem, EF is parallel to QR. By converse of basic proportionality theorem, what you can say, EF is parallel to QR. So, which are the riders getting known? So, based on the question, you have to take triangles. So, here already given two conditions. So, D parallel to OQ given, DE parallel to OQ given. So suddenly you want to struck which triangle you will take here. Which is the triangle? First triangle PQO. In PQO, what you can say, D is parallel to OQ. So apply basic proportionality theorem. One equation will get. Next one is DF parallel to OR given. Therefore, there also which triangle? In triangle PRO, apply basic proportionality theorem. So how to apply basic proportionality theorem you wants to know well. Then easy. Then combining these two, what you are getting? PE by EQ is equal to PF by FR getting. Therefore we are saying that the line segment joining EF, that means EF is parallel to QR. Okay students? Okay, bye. We will see in the next video with the remaining riders. Okay.